Why is this expanding? Because it in theory offers like important benefits. It reduces the workload of prosecutors and courts and defense counsel, as well as reduces the time of proceedings, and therefore it's considered to improve the punitive effect and conviction rates. They are also credited with facilitating the strategic implementation of cooperation agreements, particularly in Latin America regarding drugs, the drug cartels, drug mafias, and to tackle corruption and complex organized crime networks. However, in practice, what we find is that they dilute the investigation process. Prosecutors do much less to try and find or present strong evidence. And they also lead to diluting the guiding principles of the accusatory system. They tend to prevent the discussion and evaluation of aspects related to the circumstances of the crime, the circumstances in which the crime was committed, the nature of the crime, and the nature of the evidence. And in this context, we are very concerned about human rights violations, such as torture for the purpose of obtaining information or a confession, punishment or discrimination, as it was mentioned before, as well as the illegality of detention, because they remain hidden. These things can be happening, and the pretrial, the plea bargaining system does not allow this to be visible. And in theory, plea bargaining is reached through consent, but we find that that is a complete myth. People end up accepting a plea bargain even if they're innocent, although most of the people will say that only a guilty person will accept such a deal. But the truth is that there are a number of elements within the criminal justice system that push people to accept a plea deal. And that includes lengthy and costly proceedings, the fear of getting a higher sentence if they go to trial. So, you know, all these circumstances in prison that shouldn't be happening, and the only way to escape, because they usually tend to negotiate when they're in prison, they tend to negotiate the plea bargain when they're in prison, lead them to accept to move into a plea deal.